We are going to go to next number 2. Again, this one seems pretty obvious, but I love it. And I think it speaks to a huge opportunity I think a lot of people have that people aren't taking advantage of. So, what is number 2 on my list? Well, number 2 on my list is meeting reminders and follow ups. So, there's kind of two. It's kind of like, 2A and 2B here. But starting with 2A, meeting reminder, this has about an 85% open rate in our experience. Again, super high, not quite 90, but it's pretty high, 85. And again, it's pretty straightforward. I have an example in front of me, and it's really something like this. Usually I do it at 8 a.m., first thing in the morning, to say, hey, as a friendly reminder, we have a meeting today at 3 p.m., 4 p.m. So if you're doing meetings on Calendly, maybe a discovery call with a client, something like that, and it's something that you book in the calendar and you have it coming up that day, it's a great reminder to do at the beginning of the day. So 85% open rate, that's pretty big. You get that engagement. We see a huge increase, of course, people showing up to the meeting. So you have just much more productive day. And then also you have great engagement too. If people see that and they open it and they understand it and they can't make it, they can respond quickly. And again, that just adds to the efficiency of your day. And so, yeah, it's a simple one again, but very, very powerful. And then the 2B I talked about was as I described it, the follow-up afterwards. So this can be both automated and manual, and I'll talk about both in a sec. But really, again, it's, okay, let's continue that scenario that we talked about. So you've booked some time with someone to do a discovery call. You say, let's do it tomorrow sometime. You see on the calendar, you send that reminder email. They've clicked it. They see it. They show up to me, and you have a great conversation. There's a follow-up email that goes out afterwards. That has about a 75% open rate. Again, super, super high. Again, our benchmark is 20%. So anything above 20 is above average. And this is about almost 4 times higher than that. So it's still pretty impressive. People like that. People are coming off a call. They have a lot of energy. They probably have, a good conversation. They're feeling jazzed about it. And they see your email and they're really quick to do it. And so the key with those open rates, I think it's a little bit of an asterisk I want to put here, because for us, we send it within, I would say, 15, maybe 30 minutes, right? So it does have to be quick. If you're sending that follow-up 4 hours later, people aren't reading it. You send it the next morning, forget about it. So it has to be quick. And so, yeah, that gets to the point of, okay, then do I automate this or do it manually? Of course, manual is a nice way to do it because you can do those details. Hey, this is what we talked about. These are the next steps. You can really load those things up. But I would almost rather a situation where you're getting an automated email off and it's quick. So if you feel maybe you have a busy day or the type of person who really wants to take their time, maybe a couple hours, really think about what was said and want to put together a very sophisticated manual email, then I would suggest a 2-prong approach. And so for that situation, I would say start with an automated email that just says, hey, thanks so much for the call. Just want to say I'm putting together the next steps. You'll get an email from me shortly. Just that acknowledgement that gets out there, that continues that conversation, keeps it going. And then, later that evening, something like that, you can do the follow-up. It's just a nice touch. It lets the client know that you're on it, things are on track, and things are going well. So unless you can do that manual email very quickly and you're a super writer and can do it in 15 minutes and get it off, maybe do that 2-step approach. Automated, just saying thanks, and then later that evening or the next morning, whatever, a detailed email explaining what's going on.